there we all were, leaving the submarine off Commander White Locks. And there it was, Zayac Island. And it was really spooky. White Locks said,
Right, we'll be here to look after the submarine, ready for when you come back. Contact us if necessary.
It was then Karcas said,
Very well. Okay, companions, it is time. We have to find Fortress Zayac. The ancient texts say it is abandoned. However, we cannot know for sure what might dwell there nowadays. So be very careful and stay with me now.
And off we go. Stepping through the arch. That wasn't very nice. Soggy place. Then I said, I can't see anything here. It's too foggy. And Uncle Chocolate Cake and Uncle Jam Roly Poly said, we're going to have a look. It was then they flew into the air. Trevor shouted out, is it working? And Uncle Chocolate Cake shouted back, just like Michael said, it's too foggy, but I can see lights. So we all followed Uncle Chocolate Cake towards the lights. Then, suddenly, there it was, Fortress Zayac, on its own. It was huge. Everyone was looking at it, and Karcas said,
Great, now we can continue our investigation. However, those lights seem to suggest that this place is, indeed, not abandoned, even though it seems quiet. But we have no choice. Be careful, and let's go.
And off we go, through the really big door. When we got there, we found out that there was this staircase going up, and it was really long. This meant that we had to reach up to get to the top. So Uncle Tomato said, I'm really glad I can fly. So Trevor said, why don't you go so we can stay down here? Okay, yeah? So Karcas said,
Nice try, Trevor, but we must all stay together here. Anyway, here's what's next. This fortress has likely changed in some way since the text was written, but I can see that the symbols on the doors are as described. The artifact we are looking for could be upstairs, but it could also be downstairs. It is hidden behind a door with a triangle symbol, so we must look until we've found it. We're going upstairs first, much to most of your dismay. But again, we have to stay together as we might not be alone in this fortress.
And off we go. Not long after, 20 minutes later, there we all were. And my brother said, are we nearly there? So Karcas said,
And what's nearly to you? We have yet to find it. Let's go down this corridor here.
And D4 said, George said it's hurting. So I said, come on guys, let's remind ourselves of something, shall we? This is for the sake of the whole world. So stop that stupid sulking, will you?
Well, you are right, Michael and D4. Let's not bicker. We're all in this together, world guardians and brethren. Now, let's get moving.
And off down the corridor we go. It was then I noticed the door, and we looked to see what there was. There was a triangle on the wall.
We might be in for some luck here. A triangle symbol. It's on the wall and not on the door, however. But perhaps that makes no difference. Let's see.
When I open the door, I see the lights inside the room. And we looked to see what there was. And suddenly we all heard a terrible noise. There was an awful yelling and crying. It was then I heard the door close behind us. Slammed.
A trap. Brace yourselves. I think we've got company. Quickly, down the stairs over there. D4 in front. I'll defend from behind. Go.
And we ran and ran down the stairs with D4 in front and Karcas behind. There we all were, running around that place. Suddenly, D4 shouted out,
It seems you are right. Everyone, stand with me. I'm going to create a...
Suddenly, in the middle of the sea, collapsed above us. Quick! Get out! Get out of here! I shouted out, can you hear me? I looked round. Is everyone okay? I don't know. Brian. Come on, Brian. Nothing. Brian, where are you? And then suddenly, I hear a funny voice going,
That would be me. Now hands off. Let's get some light in here. Right. Let's stay calm and figure this out.
It was then I noticed my brother. He was on the floor, and I ran and shouted out, wake up, Brian. At that, my brother goes and stands up, and he looks at us, all fed up, and he says, I've got a rotten headache. Then I said, we've got to leave. Then I said, I can't see Uncle Bot's eye or the other fly in spots either.
I've attempted to send a telepathic sign to Uncle Matzabre. I hope that he's with the others and has received it. But in the meantime, we have to get away as soon as we can. Something's coming this way. But I have an idea. Brian, the fastest of us all, I need you to create a distraction and lure them with you into that corridor over there. Don't worry, turn left there and you'll find us again. I sense we're close to the edge of the fortress, so we're going there. Let's go, Guardians.
And my brother said, okay, yeah, okay. And off my brother went down the corridor, and us lot were running the other way. Then, suddenly, it appeared on its own. A blue light, and it was the ice deep. So my brother shouted out, come on, get me. And he ran away like mad and off round the corner of the corridor. And then suddenly I noticed a door with a triangle right in the middle of it. So I shouted out, look! When I open this door, I see a kind of box made of glass. And there was a little pyramid inside. I took the chance. Slam! And straight away, I took this gold pyramid. And I ran and I shouted out, yes, here we go. I got it. Suddenly, a creature jumped on me. Ah! And it was a vampire. Oh no! So I shouted, get off me! So I was there trying to get it off my back. And then suddenly, D4 ran and jumped towards me and shot down the vampire. And I ran. Suddenly, loads of vampires appeared. Blimey. So we ran towards the end of the corridor, and Karcas said,
Quick, but keep your distance. It's time to create our escape route.
And he starts swinging the magic stick to and fro in front of the wall. Then he blows a great big hole in the wall. Slap! And I see the sea. Look at that. It was then I noticed something running towards us really fast. And it's my brother. There was blood on his face and he screamed, quick! Get out! Get out of here! And then suddenly, Uncle Bot's eye and the other fly in spots appeared as well with George and Trevor. Then, suddenly, it appeared on its own. The submarine of Commander White Locks. Whoosh! I shouted out, yes! And I ran and jumped on the submarine, followed by the others. And off we go, one by one, into the submarine. And Kowalski said, and off we go. I was just about to get inside when I saw something else. Suddenly, it appeared. A man creature. He looked like a huge vampire with wings. I got inside as fast as I could, waiting to hear the hatch close. Slam! And straight away, I screamed, "Quick, get out of here!" I saw a terrifying vampire with wings.
I am certain of it. You saw Haribo the Sonorous, the grandfather of Hariboes. He is the leader of a demonic species we call vampires. It all makes sense now. This is worrisome. He is many times more powerful than Hariboes. But our advantage is he can't follow us underwater. Egypt, indeed. Its compass points there as well.
Uncle Bot's eye said, "That's not far away." And I said, "We can't stay here forever." So Trevor said, "If we don't figure this out before we go to Egypt, they're going to find us." George said, "How come you're so sure we are deep down in the sea?"
You don't think they're just going to let us get away with this artifact, do you? It's a miracle we were able to get it so relatively easily to begin with. I think we have to prepare. Plumson and his partisans are currently on a mission with Marcia and Tudor, but I'll see if they're almost finished. We're going to figure out our options here before we follow the compass into Egypt.
And then suddenly, Uncle Tomato said, actually, boys, I think there's another problem. Look out the window." It was then we noticed the huge eye staring into the submarine window. Kaboom, 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 kaboom. CaptainPlums